What's going on, everyone? This is the Crypto Insider team right here, just coming live to you. I'm with my boy Siobhan right now.
And we're gonna teach you how to get this crypto.
Yep. So there's some people that are probably gonna watch this video or are watching already right now that kind of want to get into Bitcoin, don't really understand it, kind of want to know what it was or what it did. So what Bitcoin is it's basically just a way to transfer money anonymously, but it also has a very transparent ledger. The banks have incorporated into their infrastructure. I think eventually cryptocurrency or some type of digital currency will overtake paper money or any fiat probably within the next 10 years or so. It's probably going to be just like credit cards were when they first came out. But anyway, so here's Bitcoin right here. Here's a chart dating back to this is 2013 of May, but actually here's a better chart. So here's the history chart of it. Now, let's say in 2015, exactly 3 years ago today, you wanted to put $1,000 in Bitcoin. Well, it was $274 at that time. And today, if you were to actually have that 1,000 invested still, even though Bitcoin did go up to nearly $20,000 at an all-time high, and then it retraced down, and it's kind of found a bottom around 6,000 or so, but it's trading right now at about 6,500 on most exchanges. The $1,000 investment 3 years ago would now be around $24,000. Most stocks won't ever compete with any type of gains like that in a 3-year period.
Not most stocks. No stock will ever.
No stocks. Exactly. So yeah, we're just gonna, but like, this is kind of new to us. We're kind of just out here trying to, we have a pretty large following on Facebook and Telegram and such. The links to all that are in the description, or just go to the about page on this channel, and you can find that there too. But we're going to be giving you guys, it's a lot of just daily updates on the market, any news that comes out. And basically, we also have like a great chat room based off Messenger right now, that if anyone wants to participate in just live trading, I mean, we have people, a lot of people in it, always talking, always trading, always throwing out signals or whatever it be. And we're going to post the same type of information on here too. We're just expanding. But for the people that do know about Bitcoin, a little bit of news that just came out. The Bakkt, basically it's an NYSE's parent company. It's going to be launching.
Wait, bro, you got to explain to them what the NYSE is. It's
New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, exactly.
But basically on the 12th of December, basically a bunch of institutional money will be coming into this market.
And for those who don't understand, institutional money is Wall Street money, people with real money.
Exactly. The market cap right now of Bitcoin is fairly low, or for Bitcoin itself right now, I'll tell you what, the market cap's $112 billion. And you can see the total market capitalization right now in the cryptocurrency space is $210 billion. So you can see we've had a massive sell-off for the past 9 months probably or so. Basically, we hit an all-time high and went straight down from there. A lot of people call this a bubble. I mean, it kind of was a bubble at one point, but a lot of people thought it'd go straight to zero. I find that very hard to believe that Bitcoin would actually go back down to $100 or 1,000. It's very hard to believe. I think it could potentially go to maybe 5,000 at the very lowest, but due to a couple of things coming out as far as like an ETF, which is a electronic traded fund, and the launch of a bunch of institutional money coming into this space December 12th, which is not that far away from now, I think we're going to slowly see prices rise. And I can easily see the market cap of the whole cryptocurrency space easily reach $1 trillion once this bull run actually starts. I can easily see the next time we actually go up in Bitcoin and crypto just starts going crazy again, we're going to easily see $1 trillion.
So a bull run, for those who don't understand, is a period of time where the coin just goes up. So like if you're looking at the chart, you can just see an incline where prices just went up. Literally, it's a period of time where coins go up. We had a whole year of a bull run in 2018. No, 2017. 2018 is just a pullback where we come back down. We come back down to earth for a little bit because
that's right.
in 2017, people got retardedly rich.
They really did. You can see right here, as Siobhan was just saying, January 11th, 2017. You know, Bitcoin's trading at $818. I mean, come on. It's really cheap. And actually, on the first of the year in 2017, we were about $1,000 flat, roughly. I'll give or take some. And you can see, look. So in a matter of just about exactly 1 year, you can see we hit an all-time high December 18th, 2017. So in 11 months, Bitcoin had went from trading roughly around $1,000 to 19,000. I think it reached actually 19,500 to be exact. Yep, 19,535. Now imagine if one of you were to invest. Excuse me. Imagine if someone were to invest $1,000 into Bitcoin. So they got one Bitcoin at about $1,000 in the beginning of 2017 and held it. That's nearly a 20x gain. I mean, it's crazy. I got into Bitcoin when it was 5,500. I got on October 25th of 2017. It's almost been a year ago. I got in due to the fact that I put about $12,000 into the stock market and then put another $5,000 in. And just with all the commission fees that you have to pay when you're investing in stocks, unless you do it on your own privately, but I actually went through a stockbroker at Merrill Lynch. But I just noticed, like, with the investments that I made and the money that I put down, I just didn't see much of a return rate. I remember I was in it for 3 months and I said, you know what, this is ridiculous. I'm still down due to a commission fee that I had to pay by my stockbroker. I was still down like $150. And I saw Bitcoin I watched Bitcoin around here in July at about 25, maybe 3,000. And I kind of just watched it kind of go up like crazy, then down. Then there was like some media talking about it, but I got into it eventually. I put $200 in at first. Then I put a lot more in after I saw it go to 7,000. And I caught that bull run. And going back to what Siobhan said, a bull run would be basically it just goes parabolic straight up. This is extremely highly volatile asset class to trade with, the most volatile, well, by far. A lot of money can be made, but a lot of money can be lost too if you don't know what you're doing. We're gonna provide information, advice, anything really. Like,
so something to think about is Bitcoin went to $20,000 without any institutional money. Most of the people that are in Bitcoin are risk takers and nerds. Usually, like, I'm pretty sure you could go on the street, ask 10 people, they know what Bitcoin is. I guarantee you 7 will say they don't know what it is. And then if they do, they're going to be like, yeah, I heard about it, but doesn't it drop? That's why I don't want to invest. You can lose. But this is definitely the most live. Hold on, my bad. My phone is ringing. I apologize. But yeah, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have created the most millionaires out of anything on this planet. It's like literally next to like what is it called? I think like in America.
what?
No, not the .com bubble. It's even better than that. It was the greatest wealth transfer in the history.
Oh, back in in the early 1900s when the stock market basically.
No, not even stocks. The greatest wealth transfer was in oil. So like in the beginning. In the beginning, in like the 1900s, all that wealth from oil was the biggest wealth transfer ever. And now, after that, second runner-up is crypto. So it's still very early for people to join. I know, like, when you look at the price of Bitcoin, you're like, oh my God, like 6,400 for one Bitcoin. How could I afford that? But
You don't have to buy a full
yeah,
Bitcoin.
you don't have to buy a full Bitcoin. You can buy
You can
portions.
buy portions, fractions of it, for
Yeah.
example.
And then trade it on BitMEX, like Andrew's showing you.
Yeah, here's BitMEX right here. This is a high leverage site. This is super hard to trade on generally for most novice traders, but
Yeah, we won't even talk about 100x. Just let them do talk
Yeah.
about 5x or 10x.
so something that we have going on over here is that we're developing. I have a programmer developing for us right now an API trading setup, basically, so I can have multiple accounts that are on your, like, they don't leave your computer. They're like, I have access to trade on your behalf. And how this would work is, let's say I have 20 people. They all have $1,000 to trade. They have an account balance of $1,000. I then will have an account balance also of my own money of $1,000, and it mirrors every single trade that I do. With the high leverage, you can make a lot of money. For example, I'll just show you, and for people that do know about percent changes and what it means. So let's say we bought Bitcoin right now at $6,400, and we bet that it was going to go up. It's the best way to describe it. Let's bet that it's going to go up. Now, with 100x leverage, you have a...
Wait, bro, pause for a second. Explain to them what leverage is. So leverage is the exchanges allowing you
money.
Yeah,
they're loaning you money that you don't actually have to pay back.
To open and trade.
But the difference is basically the money's really not yours in a way. They're just giving you money to increase your risk of error. But if you truly know what you're doing, trading and all that, you can make a lot of money. I mean, let's say Bitcoin were to go up $600, so it goes to $7,000 from 64 right now. With 100x leverage, you have a liquidation price, meaning that if the price goes down a specific amount, you will be liquidated. For example, liquidation price, as you can see, is
a $30 room of error.
$30.50 with 100x. But look at your return rate. Now, if it doesn't actually go that low and you buy at the right time, like right now, for instance, I think it's a decent time to enter Bitcoin. I'm actually in a long position right now, 50x on Bitcoin. But if you were to actually place a position like myself and Siobhan did, with 100x leverage, now I wouldn't suggest doing 100x. It's really high leverage, but 100x, you'd see you'd make a nearly 1,000% return of equity. Now that means you made 1,000% profit, meaning that you turned $100 that, let's say, you traded with to 1,000, or you turned 1,000 to 10,000. And this could easily go to, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to go to 7,000 in a week, but in the next month, let's say it goes to 7,000, which is kind of pretty realistic, I think. You're looking at nearly a 9x gain. Yeah, 9x gain. So you have 1,000, you just now have 9,000 for, like, it's a great investment. You can make a lot of money in this. You really can. It's probably been one of the best things I've found.
If you're willing to learn.
Yeah, it's not easy, but we're gonna go over this and the API setup for the trading and stuff that I got going on. I'll get more detail about that later, but that's gonna be real cool. It's gonna be out in about a month or so. So you guys wouldn't even have to trade, and no withdrawals could ever take place unless you personally withdrew your balance. Like, basically all it does is let me trade. I trade your account, you make profit, I make a commission off it. Simple as that. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
But we're also going to be teaching people how to trade. People who are interested and motivated to learn the basics of trading in crypto.
And for a lot of people that already know about this, like, there's a lot of people in the chat that we got. You guys are familiar with a lot of this stuff. And, like, I'd like for some of you guys in the chat to come on here and, we could just have public discussions or whatever, just it's kind of like a morning talk show or late night talk show just about crypto in general. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, but I think it would just make people more, because the biggest thing I've noticed in, like, the chat that I run is that people generally don't want to, like, speak, and because they're just afraid that someone's going to judge them if they don't know a lot, and that's not the truth. the reason I have that is to help people out and help people find their own place to like figure things out. But yeah, I mean, you guys definitely will contribute to this, and I look forward to that.
Definitely. I mean, I see
There you go, Sean.
there's 5 people in here. Are they able to use the chat?
Yeah, if anyone wants to, feel
Show.
free to just type up a question.
Yeah, go to.
Yeah, this is like day trading with cryptocurrency. Yeah. Yeah, this is similar to Forex, I guess you would say. But
No, I mean it's all the same
what's up,
thing.
Adam? What's up, Adam?
A different instrument. You know, like it's all TA at the end of the day. If you know technical analysis and you can look at a chart and mark it up, you can trade that asset. You know.
I'll put it like this: if you know how to play like any card games, like blackjack or poker, and you're good at it, it's very similar to that in a way. Or if you're really good at video games. I mean, I'm never really been one to play video games, but this in a way.
This is
What's
nothing
that?
like video games. This is
Dude, in a way, it kind of is, though. It's a strategy. It's a strategy game. You know, it really is. I mean, now, what you might be wondering is like, how do you figure? Like, who Matt just said this is basically like trading cryptocurrency. Yeah. So, like, check this out. So I have indicators right here.
Don't explain the indicators. That's too much. Just
No, I'm not going to explain them. I'm just going to say that you know I have indicators, and the reason how I can tell where the price is headed is based off these indicators. But basically, how you predict like a price movement would just be looking in the past. I mean, market cycles happen. People emotionally will tend to do the same thing over and over again. So, you know, it's common sense eventually. I've been trading for almost a year now, and, you know, it's been great. I love it. It's really fun. It's not stressful. And you can kind of you can get real good at it if you actually want to put the effort in. It's not easy to learn, but having someone to teach you like this right here, it's a great asset to have.
Bro, show them some live action. BTC is pumping. Go on a 5 minute.
That right now. Okay, let's check it out real quick. Oh yeah, we're 6404 right now. Huh. Yeah, it's over on BitMEX right now, which is future contracts. They're not physical Bitcoin. They're like perpetual swapped, meaning you're basically just buying contracts based on USD value, and then you're just technically like you can't leave the exchange with like a physical. You're not trading physical Bitcoin. Technically, it's just like a fake Bitcoin, I guess you would say. It's like a swapped contract Bitcoin. As you can see, here's the order book though. What was that, Sean?
No, I was telling them that the profits come in Bitcoin, although it's a swap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like the best way to describe like perpetual swaps. So like the CME future contracts with like Wall Street trades and stuff. This is literally what Wall Street was trading, and that whole backed. And the New York Stock Exchange is coming in with future swaps as well. They're not trading real Bitcoin on like a Binance exchange. They're trading it actually like with contracts, because then you wouldn't like fluctuate or mess up the supply, and I don't know, it could be manipulated extremely bad. I feel like if people actually use real Bitcoin. But yeah, right here's the order book. Right here, and then here's just like buys and sells happening. Right here, it's obviously $3.4 million, $6 million or so. I got the grouping set up a little bit differently on mine, but a chart right here. Now what I'm using right now is just these Bollinger Bands, probably an RSI and a MACD. Looks pretty good on a 4-hour if you ask me. I'm going to say it's probably going to go up. I'm going to say it's going to go up to about 64.60 BTC will, and then it's going to probably slightly retrace.
We got some big news coming tomorrow too. Hopefully it'll be good.
What's that?
I said we have some good news tomorrow coming about with the ETF. So
Yeah,
whatever happens tomorrow, like people trade news just like they trade news on the stock. Like if they say something good about Bitcoin, like the price will increase. If they say something negative, the price will decrease. So tomorrow there's supposed to be, I don't know if y'all familiar with the SEC, but they're like the people that regulate stocks and all type of financial instruments. But tomorrow they'll be showing the ETF, bro. What is it called? What's the name of this ETF?
Oh, I'm actually looking at that right now. I had one of my buddies.
Bro, we live. Remember, we can't really.
Oh, that's fine. This is one of my old team, or it's actually just
the ETF. Okay.
It's actually the ETF, yeah. So right here.
So if this ETF gets approved, we will see a spike in price in Bitcoin, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, definitely. So let me see what this says. Basically, I think this is going over just doing that ETF and how in this quarter, the first quarter of 2019, it's probably going to. I think it's going to be the launch. I think they're going to basically they're going to approve this. They're probably most likely going to approve the ETF right around the time they approve, or right after they approve the NYSE backed launch. So right here, hold on, that kind of got messed up. Sorry, I had to plug my computer in. So basically, let me get back to this again.
Bro, I want you to pull up a chart of XRP really quick, a 5 minute, so we can explain or just show them what what trading the news can do for you.
All right. So back to hold on. So that ETF.
But for those who don't understand, I know it sounds like gibberish, but what an ETF is, it's allowing people who with fat bank wallets or fat wallets to come into the space without actually holding Bitcoin. So what is
wow. So check that out, guys. It's an electronically traded fund. It's like similar to kind of like a mutual index fund in a way, but it's traded by a bunch of computers. Check this out. This is actually posted today. This is my first time reading this, actually. Approval confidence very high, they say. So look, breaking. Bitcoin SEC ETF meeting. The CBOE, VanEck, SolidX all meet with SEC Commissioner Elad Roseman to approval confidence high. So they're thinking the approval might actually happen.
So what that allows is like a
lot of money. It just basically adds like what an ETF would probably most likely do is, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get approved. Everything's kind of getting positioned in the right way, in my opinion. You got a bunch of institutional and like New York Stock Exchange like companies or traders, whatever you want to call it. They're all coming in like on the 12th. Okay, so like of December, that is. It's kind of a coincidence. Like they're structuring the ecosystem in crypto for this approval, most likely, because institutional money would have no other way to get in if that backed New York Stock Exchange platform wouldn't be launched. I mean, that's going to bring in a lot of money. That probably, and the reason is they're probably going to get that's coming in so that the ETF will be able to have a lot of money put in it right off the bat. And the approval will happen, if it's approved, it would be the later in the first quarter of 2019. Seems to be reasonable, they say. Also, Fidelity has a new crypto branch too. Fidelity. So
the decision is not tomorrow?
No, I think they just postponed that because they keep postponing things. Yeah, this is new today, so it must have been changed earlier today.
Regular SEC shit.
So basically, that's actually good news. So they didn't probably deny them, obviously, because if they would have denied them, why wouldn't they have just been like, all right, tomorrow we're denying them, done, you know? Like, there's a really good chance. Wow, I'm actually really happy about this because I don't know if you guys understand, but this could bring the price up extremely high, like really high. Like,
you know what you should show them? Show them a chart of the price of gold before the ETF was approved, and see like the price of gold skyrocketed after their ETF got approved. The last time an ETF got approved in the United States was about like whenever gold got. Google it real quick, bro. I'm not sure, but let me see. I'll tell you the exact answer.
Yeah, look for that. I'm about to show them something right now. So check this out. Back in 2011, you could have got this nearly for 30 cents, one Bitcoin. Now, just imagine if you bought $1,000 worth at 30 cents. That would literally be, I don't even know how to do the math on that, but that'd be nuts. But yeah, basically, if the price has gone from 30 cents to 20K nearly back down, founding support right around here, chances are next time it goes up, it's going to go up to like 80 to 100 grand or something easily. Like, what? If anyone has any questions too, please. Oh yeah, here we go. Can anybody watching Social Trends get ahead? I decided to withdraw some BTC into USD. Is there percentage rated? I would have to deal with them. Where do I sign up? I've been looking into trading for about 4 years now. Those are awesome questions, man.
So you need. I mean, are you in the United States? But if you're, I'm not sure how it works outside of the United States. But if you're in the United States, you can use Coinbase to sign up and just send your Bitcoin there, and they buy the coins directly from you.
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah, if you're looking to buy some Bitcoin.
if you're looking to buy, sorry about that. I was just moving my computer real quick. So first off, I'm going to answer your questions. How do you make an M in 1 day? What do you mean by that? $1 million? It's not really that easy. Possible, but not possible.
Don't pay him no mind, bro. He's an asshole. How do I make an M in? You want to make an M in 1 day? Put 500K, 100x in a trade.
Right, pretty much.
But the person that asked that question is not built like that.
Well, you never know. They could be. So basically, I'm going to answer Matt's question. So, can anybody watch Social Trends get ahead?
Wait, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, can you kind of tell me what you mean by that? Like, you mean like news and stuff? Like,
yeah, it's like fundamental. That's like
fundamentals. Yeah, definitely. I know so many traders that just trade based off the news. Like, it's easy.
Yeah, bro, go to TradingView. Show them what happened today. Show them the news, and then show them what happened directly after the news.
Wait, not today.
Yeah, XRP.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. All right, I can show you this too. This was the Winklevoss, the two twin brothers, the Facebook guys, right here. Right here. This is when the ETF, there was like, basically this is when they brought something up about the ETF of being potentially approved. And as you can see, the price went from right around the price we're at right now, 65, 60, or actually, excuse me, it was like 6,200, 6,300. It went up to 8,300. And now to show you the time frame of how long that took, I have a measurement tool right here on my chart that I can show you. So you can see that it literally took 11 days for the price to go up about $2,000 a coin.
And explain that to them. So, like, what happened and what he was just explaining to you was just straight traders in the market. Traders in the market.
Trends. That's the news. That's the news, Matt, that you're asking me about. That's the news right there. That the news came up. It may came up down here, but it most likely came up right here. As you can see, it went up $2,000 roughly, and then look, it crashed.
They denied it, sell off.
So basically, yeah, like you follow news. If you get a good news story of an ETF approval, all right, well, buy, especially on BitMEX with leverage, then you can make massive gains. You make 2,000% a day. I mean, you would have made on this run right here, you would have made at least probably like 2,000% or so on 100x, maybe even more. It'd be a lot. And then basically, you can also short on BitMEX. And for anyone interested in BitMEX, I do have my referral link in the about description. And there's also the link to our live chat too, so that you can just like click on that and then you can just get joined right in instantly after this video. But as you can see, you could long this up. You can make like extreme amount of profit, like a lot, and then you can short it straight down. Now, how are you to know though that the price would dump that far?
TA.
Not everyone, TA maybe, like you never truly know where it's headed though when there's fundamental news that's kind of like leading what's going on. Next question. Let me see what it was. Yeah, good questions, man. Appreciate that. If I decided to withdraw some BTC into USD and is there conversion rated?
I gotta shout out my little sister. She's here. I see you, Tiadra. Thanks for joining.
There is no. I think you're talking about like a conversion fee or something into USD.
Yeah, they charge like 5%.
It's it really depends. You can get it. You can get it. There's a couple ways to do that. You could have it. Don't like. Here's a good way actually. I'm not saying I do this or any. Not. I'm not saying to do it, but one way you could do this without having to pay taxes is probably what you're kind of asking too. Is just have it like donated, like have it send it to someone, like a family member, and then like it's all encrypted, so they're not going to really be able to tell exactly. You know, it's all. I mean, you're not doing anything illegal anyway. Yeah. So basically, yeah. I just read what you put. Yeah, there can be tax on it, but I don't really feel like the government's going after people unless they're pulling millions of dollars out on almost a daily or weekly basis. Like they're not going to go after someone that's not really doing all that much. Where do I sign up? I've been looking into trading for about 4 years. One thing I would do is, and we'll get a hold of you after this too, so I'll send you the links. But Coinbase, now you can use a Coinbase referral, which is going to give you, like, if you spend $100, you'd get actually $10 additional added to your buy. So if you put 100 in and you use a referral, not only the person that sent you the referral would get $10, but you would also get 110 out of it instead of 100. What's that?
For those people who are looking to like not pay taxes, I would encourage you not to use Coinbase and use local Bitcoins, because Coinbase's business plan is that they're buying the crypto directly from you. You're not really selling it to another person. So they have to report whatever they buy. Just putting it out there.
Exactly. Yeah, this is where you want to buy though. Like this is what I would just suggest.
That or localbitcoins.com if you're in
but for a person that's starting out though, honestly, I would just be like, Coinbase. Go to Coinbase. Like, it's gonna be a heck of a lot easier. Like local Bitcoins is confusing. I've never bought anything off that because I've traded mine, but I would just go to Coinbase. I think they did change some of their policies. I believe now you have to wait like 7 or 11 days. I believe my buddy was telling me, but still, I mean, you're getting it from a pretty reliable, like trustable person. A lot of people don't like Coinbase, but if you're new to this, I would just go with Coinbase. It's the easiest alternative, and most banks accept it. So accept. What I mean by accept is they allow you to purchase it with their debit card or credit card or whatever.
Are there any other questions anybody else has? Go to the question. Nobody else? And we lost 2 people.
That's all right. A lot of people don't want to watch forever. It's all good though. Yeah, as you can see,
Bitcoin. Just got a new
Bitcoin.
question.
What is it?
Bitcoin is going up. 11 days.
11 days to link. Yeah, thanks, Adam. I actually, that's what I was thinking. That's why I actually brought that up, because I remember you posted something in the chat about that. Yeah, so that's stupid. 11 days. Wow. Well, you know, I don't know. It is like a good place for like a beginner though. As you can see, here's BitMEX though. It's looking pretty good. We both, Siobhan and I have entries on this right now.
Yeah, we
leverage positions.
I mean, I got in at 63.92.
Yep.
A little something.
And it's looking pretty good actually. The volume is not really there. The volume's super low right now overall, but you know, it's all right. I think a lot of people are going back over to like probably other exchanges such as like Binance and such. Oh yeah, let's check XRP out because of that news today. Oh yeah, so XRP apparently is going to be, they're adding like XRP to some type of Coinbase platform for custodial service, which is like for people with a lot of money to enter. And they put 6 coins in it: LTC, which is Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum,
and
Bitcoin, XRP,
and
or
ZRX.
ZRX. I don't know if ZRX is being custodial, but I think it's going to be on a platform called like Complex, which is going to be like a shorting and longing platform that's actually affiliated to Coinbase. But I think you're going to be able to short and long on that new ICE-backed NYSE platform that's coming out on the 12th of December. But yeah, this is like fundamental news right here. I mean, this was news. This big pump was news for XRP right there. That coin went from 5,000 Satoshi, which I think at the time was 29 cents, if I can remember correctly. And it, went up quite a bit. It went up about 120% roughly.
On leverage, not like regular.
No, this is on Binance. Yeah, yeah, without leverage. Yeah, it went up about 120% without leverage. So like, let's say, like, let me show you how. What's that?
Opposite, bro. It went up 5% regularly and 100% if you were on leverage. A little bit more, almost.
Oh, you talking about today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but when it had that other news back around like the middle of September, when they had that X Rapid come out, that was the move it made, and I think it's going to do the same move as what it did before.
I thought that was. I'm so sorry, bro. I thought that was the.
Oh no, that's fine.
From today.
Definitely, this is broke out of a downtrend.
What was that? 200%?
What?
That uptrend,
like right here?
Yeah.
I think that was like about 120, 140 or so.
Trading that on like leverage is like what, thousands of percent?
Man, I was in that too, and I sold out at like 7,000. I got in at 5,114 Satoshi and BitMEX with 20x leverage. That was the same day that big manipulation candle happened on BitMEX and BTC. Crazy, but yeah, I was in that. Almost got liquidated out because the price was fluctuating so hard that day. A lot of volatility, and I'm not gonna complain that I didn't hold it, but shit, I wish I would have. But that would have been that would have been literally like a 3,000% gain in a matter of less than a week. I think it was 6 days. But yeah, I think as you can see, XRP's broken out of a downtrend. It's clearly out of it very easily. The only way to go back into it is if it literally went down to about 3,000 Satoshi, or like that would literally be about 15 cents or so. I don't think that's going to happen. And it's just going to get farther away. As you can see, this is where XRP was last year. I can't even show you. I can show you the beginning of November. That's about as far as I can go, but
it was dirt cheap. Just know that. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you can see it was literally worth. I think when I got into XRP, I bought it at 15 or 20 cents back last year around November or something. And then it went up to about $4. That was a huge gain for a lot of people. It made a lot of people really broke though too. So a lot of people bought XRP up around here.
Yeah.
In the $2 range, $2.50, $3. I knew someone who bought.
Bro, I seen people sell their houses to buy Bitcoin and just watch it crash. Like,
yeah, that's sick. That's why we're here to help. Like, this is our first video we ever put out. There's a lot more to come.
Definitely. And we won't bullshit you. Everything we say, it might sound like we're selling you a dream, or it might sound like because you don't know what we're talking about, like this sounds too good to be true. But like, if you really do your own research or like listen to us and follow us, you're on the right path, without a doubt. Because it can be done. We all work as a team.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trading, or I've known about Bitcoin for not even a year. And, if you were to ask me a year ago, like what I thought I'd be doing today, I'd probably tell you I'd probably be working under a boss of some sort and just not really being able to do what I want when I want to. Now, like, I haven't worked in almost a year. I stopped working. I quit my job back around Christmas time of 2017. It's been about, it's been like 10 months now. But, and I don't have any plans to go back. I couldn't see myself working for anyone else. Like, I will create my own way and I'll do just fine. I figured out how to trade. When you figure out how to trade, you can literally leverage your own money that you want to make when you want to. It's all up to you.
What's that saying?
So
Teach a man to trade, he'll profit for life. Teach a man to procrastinate, he'll waste his life.
exactly. So Matt just goes, so essentially one would have to understand what and how forecasting works in order to be successful. So what he's asking most likely is how, like, what do you have to understand to know how to trade profitably?
He's completely right. You have to understand. You have to learn technical analysis.
Yeah. So what you have to learn is TA.
Yeah.
And
Or if you like to gamble, you could just sit in front of a screen and just try to study patterns.
that too, but I'd say that too.
But no, like
That.
if you take the time out, however long it takes, if it takes you even 5 months, 6 months to learn technical analysis on these coins, I guarantee you will not regret it.
Man, I tell you what, treat it like a college course. Treat it like a college course, but you're gonna make a lot more than you probably would if you got a college degree. Like if you actually know what you're doing and you have enough money to start with, you start with $10,000 and you don't put 10,000. Like if I could do it over again, I would have learned how to trade proficiently, accurately, and profitably somewhat before putting a lot of money in the market. Because there's not any, like I've never talked to anyone who's entered the market and just been a great trader right off the bat. I don't think that's really possible.
No, it's not.
And anyone who says they entered the market with like $10,000 and never really lost any trades and just was good at it right off the bat, they're full of shit. There's no way.
It's possible if you hold.
But look what holding did to just about everyone. You know, anyone who held Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency lost about 90% of their
but that's not true.
Their assets.
Anyone who bought in 2017 lost. But if you were an investor before 2017, this drop right here is not even anything, to be honest. It's minor pullback. I
mean, and Siobhan knows he's been actually in crypto for a while. He's been in Mt. Gox and such. He had the it's actually a pretty cool opportunity. I'll give you that. Like, I wish I had known about crypto. I saw Bitcoin when it was literally probably
and we were going to
$2 or so on some type of exchange somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. I tried to figure out how to buy it. It was too confusing to buy it, so I never did it. But man, like, and I'm not gonna dwell on it but it'd be cool to see how it evolved. Like Siobhan knows, I don't understand how it evolved because I just know what I've seen since I've been in it.
I mean, I'm glad more people are into it because before it was like when I talked to people about it, they used to look at me like I'm talking.
Man, I tell you what, before, like back when I was still working a normal job, like a 9 to 5, like I remember I'd always go into work and be like, man, I'm going to get so good at this. And wait, one day I'm going to just stop working here. And I tell everyone that, and everyone like didn't believe me. There was one guy that believed me. And he actually is like, you know, he's like, do what you, and the owner of the whole company don't believe me too. Cause I ended up doing a story. Well, actually I ended up doing a story with the paper, like the local newspaper and online and stuff. They did a story about me trading cryptocurrency, basically how I went from just working a normal job, not having any financial background of any sort, and just kind of learning it on my own through trial and error. But I was super ambitious, super dedicated. I wasn't going to stop until I literally could figure it out. And I did not care if it took me 90 days straight of staring at a computer screen with getting like 2 hours of sleep every night. I was that dedicated. It really just comes down to how bad you want it. Do you want to work for somebody else and make them rich for the rest of your life? Or do you want to be able to like do what you want to do when you want to do it and not have to like ever go to any type of authority figure such as a boss and be like, oh, can I take this time off work, and be like afraid to almost ask them, afraid that you're going to get in trouble for it? That's no way to live. That's living like a slave, in my opinion. Like it really is.
That 9 to 5 shit's played out.
It really is. And it's not going to get any better. Like I'm telling like you guys right now, if you want to get into this, or for the people that already are in it and that aren't making money maybe yet, but have been in it and can't figure out how to trade, don't even try to trade. Like, don't try to do it on your own. Like, ask questions in the chat that I have, that we have. Just follow, like, our advice, man. Like, I don't have, like, hundreds of people that pretty much trust what I say, believe what I say for no reason. I mean, my reputation's pretty good. Like, I know how to trade. People know that I have a following. Like that's just a little bit about myself. Like I created a couple online platforms that have done pretty well in a short period of time. And I'll do the same thing with YouTube. It's first time really on it, but we'll take this to the next level too. Just like we always do. And we'll post live streams. Like I want to actually start to get in the idea of posting live trades. And I was doing this before, but basically my active positions that I'm trading, and I'll post this for free. You guys can all see this. It's only going to be on BitMEX, so I'm not going to do it on anything else. It's going to only be leverage trades that I'll post this with. And you guys can literally see in a matter of a day how you can seriously make 100% profit, maybe 300%. I've done 700% in one day, like just trading. I did about 4 different trades, made a lot, like 300 off Bitcoin, 200 off Ethereum. And this is always super high leverage, very high risk. But if you truly know what you're
comes big reward though.
True. But you also, it's just like anything, man. If you're really good at video games and, like Call of Duty, for example, or any game, it takes time. You got to get good at it. You got to practice over and over. This is the same thing, man. This is literally the same thing. It's like anything. It's like skateboarding. You got to practice to get good at that. If you really want it and you want to change your life because you don't like the way your life is right now, just take a chance, man. Like, just take a damn leap of faith and see what happens. It's not, like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? It doesn't work out and you just continue to do what you're already doing anyway.
But the goal is, like, if you follow us, you won't lose.
No, you probably won't. Probably won't at all.
You will lose, but you won't like blow your accounts like how some of us have blown our accounts in the beginning. And like it happens to the best of us.
All right, Matt.
Matt, you could start with $1,000 and some dedication. That's it.
It was too, Adam.
Paper trading was helpful for me. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and
I don't think you can paper trade crypto. You can paper trade
Forex. Yeah, but XBT is kind of like $1 always, so that works in it. Like BitMEX is similar to Forex, leverage margin trades. How much should the average? Siobhan kind of answered that. I'd say start with, man, if you want to actually like make money, I'd say start with $1,000. But not everyone has $1,000. You start with anything. You start with 10 cents if you wanted to. Like honestly, you could. But this thing about it, numbers multiplied the same way. If you have $1,000 or $100, it's going to take 1,000% to turn that 100 into 1,000 or that 1,000 into 10,000. Now, on a daily basis, just to give you a good summary, I would say, now I'll show you this on Binance right now. Like in the stock market, as you know, you don't see all that big of gains. We just hit 65.80 now on Binance, by the way. You can see the gains over here on Binance. So this coin, Doc, up 25% today. In less than 24 hours, it did this.
Some stocks don't even move 25% in a year.
In a year, exactly. And there's about probably almost about 100, 200 coins on Binance. This is probably the best exchange for trading altcoins. And that's probably where you'll start. But yeah, $1,000 would be a great number. We get $1,000, then I would be like, just turn it from USD into Bitcoin. And I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just saying what I would do. And what I would do is I would get $1,000. I would then take that 1,000, convert it into Bitcoin. I would then take that Bitcoin and go to an exchange like Binance or something right off the bat. Send my Bitcoin to Binance, and we'll make a video on that tomorrow on how to send, receive, how to buy cryptocurrency, just all that. We'll do that tomorrow. But I would send my Bitcoin, $1,000 in Bitcoin, to Binance. I would then join the chat that we have on Messenger, and you can message me or Siobhan off this YouTube channel if you want to get into that. I would then add you into the chat. We have a very large active community who is always posting signals. We have a lot of people teaching people in there too. My good friend Joel, who I've been trading with for like 9 months now, is a great teacher, and he teaches a lot of people how to trade, and they learn from him actually, and they do well. But yeah, I'd take your $1,000, I'd put it in Binance. I'd then talk to someone in the group about possibly what's the next step, but you're going to probably want to put it in an altcoin next. And as you can see, if you did 20% on $1,000 in a day or maybe 2 days, let's say, since it's your first week, it might take a week or something, but still, that's $200 in profit. As you can see, DOC's now up 27%. That coin was literally just at 25. It's up 2% in less than about a minute. They're volatile, but you can lose a lot of money too. That's the big thing. You got to know when to sell. That's the biggest thing I can't stress enough.
I mean, if you're detail-oriented, precise, and you leave your emotions at home before you start trading, you can make a lot of money. Like a lot.
The most profitable way to make money, honestly, is probably trading on BitMEX. But with low volatility in the market, it kind of gets hard because, well, Bitcoin's kind of stayed around 60. On BitMEX, it's a little bit different. It's 64.13 actually right now, but it's kind of stayed. It's moved sideways for the past week, roughly.
Explain that to them too. Go to CoinMarketCap and show them what volume used to be like on a good day.
Yeah, so Matt and anyone else asking questions or watching that wants to know, CoinMarketCap.com, it's going to just have a list of all your cryptocurrencies. Number one being the most popular, I would just put it like that, or the biggest market cap. Most dominance in the market would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, so-and-so. As you can see, the list goes on. What was that, Siobhan? Sorry.
No, I was saying I want you to show them volatility. We're talking about it, but we're not explaining it.
Oh, but what volatility is? Okay.
Yeah, and the volatility in Bitcoin right now as opposed to when there's a lot of volatility.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So
because
here.
As a trader, that's the trader's best friend, volatility. If there's no volatility, the chance
there's no profit be made. We're making money off the price swings. We're not really I want Bitcoin to go to the highest numbers it can go. But it doesn't really matter to me if it goes up and down $1,000 all the time, or if it just stays, or if it actually goes to 100 grand. Sure, I'd love it to go to 100 grand, but as long as there's price swings, that's where the money's made. Yeah, you buy right here, you sell right here. You're looking at a price difference of 62 to 7,500 in a matter of probably a week or two. Let's say you have two coins. You're making a little over 1,000, 1,500 or something, maybe $2,000 just right off that, and then you're selling. And then with leverage, though, that's where the big thing comes in. I'm not going to get into too much detail about that because that's kind of confusing in itself right now. But yeah, you're buying on a dip generally. And for me and anyone that I always kind of suggest, or what I do personally, is I don't stay in coins all that long. The only coin I actually hold is Bitcoin, really. I don't hold any other coins. I don't hold altcoins. I enter altcoins to trade for a short period of time. But other than that, I don't waste my time holding an altcoin for a week or two waiting for it to go up, because generally the market cap is so low on an altcoin where it can get manipulated. Kind of going back to what we were talking about. So you can see the market cap, meaning the amount of money that's invested in this currency right now for Bitcoin, for example, is $112 billion. But if you go down to some of these other ones, I can go to just the lowest market cap by clicking this, and you can see the lowest market cap coin has
66 million. What is that for the day?
That's $66,000.
Oh shit, my bad.
Or excuse me, no, that is 66 million. Really? Where's all the other coins? What the heck? We'll see. Yeah, so basically a coin with lower, you'd have to go to actually even a smaller market cap coin.
But to be honest, most of the profit are in the coins with the smaller market caps. You can make a lot more money.
And why is that? It's because the less money in a coin, the easier it is for the price to move. It's like having a big anchor, and it takes a bunch of power to push an anchor to move the weight. When you have a very light anchor or something holding something down, it doesn't take all that much power to move the weight because it's light. So think about that in the same kind of perspective. You have less money in something, it takes less money to make the price go up. Now this is $22 million, still a decent ass amount of money, but we can get to ones that are so low, especially on certain exchanges like Cryptopia, where they pump coins up. I've seen coins go up 25,000% in one day.
Yeah, but getting out of it is hard as shit.
Oh, getting into it is harder. To find a pump like that happen is about hard as hell to find generally because you never know when they're going to happen unless you're a part of some organization doing it. Here's a coin right here, $5 million market cap. So let's say you got $5 million personally of your own in Bitcoin. Oh, just put another 5 million in the coin, and you're going to nearly double the price of the coin probably real quick. Market buy that coin and send it to the moon for a quick period of time, and then go cash out real fast.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there is literally, I wouldn't advise anybody to just blindly. I know I've been to chat. Yo, Matthew, relax, bro. You haven't been to Chatty Patty. You're asking questions. I know that kid.
Yeah, the links.
That's
you
my
do?
dog. Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah, make sure to tell like anyone else that you think might be interested. Like basically we're just like over here trying to start, we're just out here trying to start, like show people the way, man. Like I never thought this day would happen where I could actually not have to rely on a boss of some sort telling me what to do all the time. And now I'm like my own boss and it's a good feeling.
I feel like if you're a millennial, you should be trading or you should be into crypto.
Yeah, don't put your money in stocks. Don't put your money in stocks. It's artificially inflated to the moon right now anyway. It's going to eventually, the bubble will burst with the stock market, I think. And I think what will ultimately happen is out of it, maybe people will trust cryptocurrencies more. Not right now, but over time, I do believe that will happen.
And that's the greatness about it because
peer-to-peer.
Yeah, it's peer-to-peer and it's not widely adopted, like most of the people in them, like most of the, like you can check on CoinMarketCap right now. Most of the exchanges, the biggest exchanges that trade Bitcoin, they're not even in the United States. So most of the money is not even in. A
lot of money. There's a bunch of China, most Asian countries. I mean, you think Americans are rich? Chinese are very rich. I mean, they got more money in crypto than you'd believe. It pretty much started over there by the guy who made it. They don't really even know who he is, but that's Satoshi Nakamoto. But that's the good part about it because, well, when you have a central authority in anything, like rules can be changed and manipulated. But when no one is there to actually change any guidelines of it, well, then it's always going to be set the same way and nothing will ever change. Just like Bitcoin, there's a fixed supply on Bitcoin.
21 million.
Yeah, here, I'll actually go over here on CoinMarketCap and show. So, like, having a total fixed supply or a circulating supply, which is, I believe, 17 million right now in Bitcoin, but having like a supply instead of like just unlimited amounts of fiat currency like cash that can just be printed over and over again, which is going to devalue $1 over time. I mean, what will create like gold? I mean, the less there is of something, and as long as people want it, the price will just get driven up always.
So the more Bitcoins that come out into circulation, the more scarce it becomes, which drives the price up. So like it should be the time
17 million
to get your hands on some Bitcoin before you're looking at it like 200K. Like shit, I should have. They told me to.
And for people that don't think it's possible for Bitcoin to go to like 100,000, 200,000, maybe $1 million, even in a 10, 20,
don't
30.
Believe it. Don't buy.
It was 6 cents about 8 years ago, 9 years ago. So remember that.
Bro, show him ETH. Show him ETH at the beginning.
6 cents. 6 cents. So let's imagine it was 6 cents then. I will in 1 second. Let me show them this. So check this out, guys. It's 6 cents about, let's say, 9 years ago. Just about 9. Now it's 6,000. So if it went from 6 cents to nearly 20K in a matter of about 8 years, imagine 8 years from now where it could be. If it's 6,000, it could go to 2 million, 3 million, something. Like that's literally the same, be a similar move. It'd actually be way higher, but.
And the great thing about it is the time that we live in. It's just like Bitcoin is like MySpace, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a coin that'll be bigger than Bitcoin in the future because it's just like the starter.
Yeah, Bitcoin's kind of like the gold standard to crypto, like kind of like the gold backing.
Everything follows Bitcoin.
And I think what Siobhan is saying is like, it's like the standard, like Bitcoin's like the standard. So like Bitcoin's always going to exist. I think Bitcoin's price will always get driven up. I think there will ultimately be another type of currency, especially like a cryptocurrency
like Ethereum. I believe in it. Like
that will take over though.
Yeah, I've been in crypto for like 5-6 years, and I've never seen a coin increase in price the way I've seen Ether.
Let's go check it out real quick. So
Yeah,
here's
bro.
Ethereum real quick. ETH right here.
Just
Siobhan
do
was
the-
mentioning.
Yeah, the beginning of even 2015, 50
So
cents.
as you can see, the price was, that was literally, let's just go to like,
Let's go 2 years ago.
let's go 2 years out, or even let's just go right here.
Even last year, bro.
Let's go to the beginning of last. Let's go January 1st. $8, January 1st, 2017.
And
Look at that.
you hold that for 12 months. Look at that. Look at your profit.
So you put, you know, you bought one coin for $8. Now you got a coin worth about 1,400 roughly, almost 1,400, over 1,000. And these coins are just gonna keep going up. They are. There's gonna be some that will fade out, but the top market cap coins are gonna continue to just go up in value.
Oh, one last thing, bro. Show them the psychology of the market cycle. Show them the market cycle graph.
Hold on, I'm gonna answer this question real quick.
Are there any
Matt,
fees
any
for
trees?
Yeah,
answer
there's
that.
trading fees. There definitely are trading fees, bro. But it's if you're profitable, those are the least. You don't need to worry about those.
Yeah, I mean, you can use like referral links that Siobhan and myself have that we can send you that is going to minimize your fees overall to be like very, very low. And you can actually do this on like a commission platform, like in a way. So for my BibMax account, I have 35 affiliates that get 10% off trading fees. Now, what happens with that is I also make money too. So when they open a trade up, they not only save money on their trades for 6 months, 10% off for 6 months straight. I also get awarded. I was awarded this Bitcoin right here, like just for people that have traded off my link that I sent them. Coinbase has the same incentive. Binance also does too. The fees are minimal though. For the amount of money you can make, I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, look at, like, for example, Doc, I showed you guys this when it was 25%.
Where are we at now?
We're at 30. So, and that was like
5%
30 minutes.
Not bad.
In 30 minutes, yeah, that's turning $1,000 and making $50 off 1,000 in 30 minutes. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. This coin right here, ARN, for anyone that's actually an avid crypto trader that's watching, this coin looks like it's probably going to go to...
That coin just mooned last week. It was up like, what, 300%, 200%?
Yeah, look at these sells, though. The sells are up high. Dude, it's at 15% now. Look at that. Look at that. So it just went up like a 1% just since we've been looking at it. I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but let's say you got $1,000 and it goes up 1%. That's $10. But just imagine if you just did that every single day and did 1% daily off $1,000 and compounded it. So it just keeps going up. Man, it adds up to be a lot. It really does. It really does.
Yeah, it definitely does.
What did you ask me to show though? Right before?
What did I ask you to show?
One of the best gainers was Neo in the shortest period of time. Check this out. Neo right here. Yes, you could have bought this coin for 11 cents in February of 2017. 11 cents. And yeah, you could have sold if you got lucky at a very high top price of what was it, about $200, $198. That's ridiculous. Literally in a matter of 7 months, you could have made a fuck ton of money, $1 million or something.
Bro, people were putting $1,000 into Steam last year and coming out with $1 million. But
Steam was like, let's look up Steam real quick. Steam.
Show them the Oh yeah, you can show them Steam. Do you think?
What are you gonna say? Show them what though?
The market cycle graph, so they can understand.
Oh yeah, the emotional market cycle. Okay, I'll show them that. Yeah, I'll show you. We'll show you what phase we're in probably right now. Yes, Steam though, real quick. Steam was pretty good. I think a lot of people got a lot of free Steam coins, or maybe with Steam dollars, because Steam It is a website that basically you can publish content to get paid in cryptocurrency. Market cycles. So this is actually called Wall Street's cheat sheet.
Being a trader, I feel like the hardest thing, or not even the hardest thing, that I think that mastering emotions is as important as
by far.
by far.
by far.
So the Bitcoin bubble. So where are we at now? We're at anger and depression.
I'd say we're over here.
Yeah.
We're over in depression area. Yeah, anger and depression. I'd say we're like, I think we're like probably right here. We might be past that phase. It's really hard to tell. I think December 12th will be this, though. We'll be on the uptrend again for that back launch.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the market cycles happen. This happens for every single type of asset class in existence. It always does, especially after a massive like bubble that was created with cryptocurrency. But it's here to stay. There's no doubt. Don't listen to the people that say, "Oh, well,
The price goes down.
or it's a scam, or didn't it lose a bunch of money?" Like I always talk to people that are like, just like, "Oh, well, I heard it hasn't been doing good lately." Well, I guess, but I mean, if you looked at what it was a year ago, I mean, I think it's done pretty damn good. Or maybe even a year and a half ago. We're basically at the same prices for Bitcoin that we were about a year ago.
Bro, also show him the article I had with the Bitcoin. I mean, the bubble.
Oh yeah. Wait, this one right over here. This one right here. Did you want to go over this?
Yeah, no, I wanted to show them the .com bubble. So when we were all little kids, I know most of us in this are 90s babies. The 90s had something just like Bitcoin happened with all those websites. The .com bubble was $9.6 trillion.
Yeah, look at that right there.
It took it 10 years to do that. Bitcoin right now, we're sitting at 220 billion.
So look at the difference.
Space for growth is astronomical.
Astronomical.
It's astronomical.
We're so low right now. Like we're so low. It's a little bit, obviously it's like 210 billion now, but
we're
still
not far off. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty damn close, and it'll hit $1 trillion on the next bull run. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah,
don't let people though, like what I was gonna say is don't let people say that, oh, it's a scam. You can't convert a cryptocurrency into USD. You definitely can. You can bank wire that straight to a bank. All you need to do is get a routing number, connect your bank to it. As long as they accept it, most will. And basically the same way you would buy it is the same way you send it right back in fiat. It's not hard. It takes about 8 hours to do. And you can also get BitPay cards too that you can
I use local
ATM.
bit, so mine's come instantly. I don't even have to wait hours.
Well, that too, and you can get a debit card for Bitcoin. So if you have I think BitPay does $25,000 max on cards, unless you sign up with them a little bit differently. You can have $25,000 of Bitcoin, and you can go to literally an ATM. Like it's a Visa card, so you go to an ATM, most likely just about any ATM, and you can just turn that crypto straight into cash, just like that.
The world is slowly but surely adapting. You should adapt too. Make sure there aren't any questions, bro. Because I know we've been on.
I will. So yeah, we'll end this video up here pretty soon, but it was nice talking with you guys, and make sure to like and subscribe. We're just getting started. There's a lot more to come, so we'll post tomorrow on how to enter a trade and just some market predictions. We'll post some TA, but we just kind of wanted to just get the basics of cryptocurrency, and
we still got some more basic stuff coming out tomorrow about how to get started trading and all of that.
Exactly, yeah. And there's gonna be a lot more. Well, all right, guys, it was nice talking with everyone, and make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
All right. See everybody tomorrow.